All right, you guys. So we're gonna continue learning today with God's help. We're gonna learn about input boxes today with God's help in React Native. So once we make it, with God's help, we'll be actually able to um, put um, our phone, put our app. We'll be able to actually um, put the app, put the phone application onto our phone from here, from React Native. All right, so let's continue. We'll be able to put it on here, and we'll see it actually live with God's help. All right, let's begin. So here we have our React Native app. So this is JSX. Now we're actually not going to write in this form. All right, just to make it easier for us to kind of understand, because most of us are coming from like JavaScript, or just learning, those who know at least the basics of JavaScript. So we're not going to write like this. We're going to write a different way. So we're going to learn with ChatGPT. God's help also. And I explained to you guys just from what I understand so far. All right, so we're going to write import React. Now when we make a new one like this, it's not going to be, it's going to be it's going to be gray. React from React. So see, yeah, like this is gonna be gray. Now the reason is because we haven't actually called it, right? So we will though. God's help soon. Okay, so we're gonna go import React. We're gonna import view text and then input. I think that's how it is. Input text, something like that. Let's just see. I'll grab it over here. How to make an input box in React Native. Okay. So without use state though, and also make it pure React Native, pure, no arrow functions. Also make that everything is out of the export default also. Okay, perfect. All right, so okay, and no JSX. So we kind of have this way where we've kind of stuck to making it. Let me turn on the charger real quick so I could be telling you guys more deeply about this stuff. You guys help? Alright. Just to get the charger in real quick, we gotta find it real quick. Alright, found it. Position. Oh, hold up. Alright, that's how we'll find it soon. Hold up. Alright, we came in time, and this is why we went to go run after the charger. Okay, sorry for the long intermission. Okay. Got a random wallpaper over there in the back. That changes all the time from Windows. Alright. So let's get this. Okay. Yeah, import view, input text. Okay. This is our text that it gave us. Current text. Function. Change. Handle change text. Handle button. Press. Function app. Excuse me. So we're gonna pass this thing, create return, create React element, view, styles, container, React create element. This is the child. Styles, input, placeholder, type something, on change text, handle change text. Okay, let's see what it gives us. First of all, let's just run this guy real quick. Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna take our phone. I'm gonna go to camera. Open it, Expo, go. Clear our screen over here, but okay. So you got an error, unexpected token. Let's see. So pull React from React. Oh, that's why. You know why? Because we have so many of those. We have so many stuff we pasted in here. We got a first exit. And now, okay. Now we got it. So it's nice because it automatically reloads. Let's try to clear this schmutz over here. Okay. So as you see, we have the input text in the screen. So, okay, let's clear this up. All right. So here we have more nicer text. So we're gonna write hello, show text. Okay, maybe we just have to check the console log. Hey, what's up? What's up? Show text, and as you see in our console log, it says what's up. All right, so we want to kind of figure this out a little bit. Let's ask real quick, what is this flex one? Because we kind of covered a little bit what this, that this is object. These are object literals. This is an object literal, and it's kind of passed in like this. And then when we do styles equal create, it gives us this thing where you could do styles container, and you could pass it in a prop. And this is a specific style. This is a prop object. This is our prop object over here. That's how. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Write it down in the comments if I'm wrong. If you guys hear I'm wrong on this, so it'll be better to learn from you about this. But that's how it seemed like it said. What it seemed like it said in the ChatGPT. Okay, so what is this? By the way, so we want to just real quick figure out what is one. What are the for this though? It's numbers. Oops. You show the okay, perfect. Let's make a demo app that shows you how different Flexbox options look like in connection. No JSX though. Alright, looks like a very big one. Let's see how it looks like. So I'm gonna save, justify contact row, align items column. A B C A B C A B C A B C A B C A B C. Line items. What's the difference? That's the question. I see this. All right, so make 3 separate projects with one flex 0, then other flex 1, other flex 2, etc. Okay. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So this one uses flex direction row, flex 1, border width 1, border color black, margin. Okay, so let's see. This is our flex 0. Let's see how it looks like flex 1. Okay, this is our flex 1 equal expansion, flex 2 versus flex 1. Okay, how many flex are there? Alright, good one. Just unlike justify contact, which have fixed keyword option, flex property is just a number. Okay. Do flex 10. Okay. So React is numbers. So in React Native there aren't 5 options. Instead you use any non-negative number. How it works: don't expand, only use the box width and height, fill available space equal, and nice. Let's make React pure React Native project. No JSX. Flex 10. Okay, let's see this guy. Okay, flex 1, flex 10. Alright, fine. So let's try to see this. App. So we have view, we have one component. So we have create React element. We have view, style sheet, create React element. Then we have our child. Then we have the prop, styles container. Container uses flex 1. So it's flex 1, styles flex 1. Is that it? And then the next one, then it does another create React element, which is inside this styles box. So this is actually box. Center, margin 5. As you see, there's like a little box. Let's try to see if we do. So styles container, view, styles container, so we make this guy a box. Styles container, flex 1. Okay, and then the next one we put this box inside of it, which is interesting. So let's take this guy off real quick. Take this box out. Flex 1. Okay, but if we let's see if we change this guy. We change this to 5, 7. So 10. Okay, yeah, so they're pretty much equal, like this. Let's put flex for the box, or no, for the container. Actually, box we want to change to width 50%. Let's see if we change that. 50%. Okay, we want to do height. Okay. So let's see if we could do percent. Alright, we can't do percent over here. Okay, let's focus this guy real quick. Okay. Alright. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, let's try to fix this guy real quick. 100. Height, alight items, center, justify content center. So yeah, it's a funny thing. It's like, why is it not in the center? How come it's not in the center over here? Justify content. Justify content center, box. Maybe it has to be over here. Oh, that's funny. Justify content, align items, content. Okay. Oh shoot. All right. Anyway, as you guys see, we have flex going from left to right. Input box. Essentially, we started to try to excuse me. We tried to get this guy to put in flex. Now we're just trying to figure out how it works. Okay, so either we'll make a new video or we'll just kind of continue right now. Let's just try to make a new chat. How would you explain flex in React Native, especially the flex 1 through infinite? Great question. Flex. Great question. Flex in React Native is one of the most important layout concepts, and it works similarly to Flexbox. Okay. Other than Flex, isn't it just absolute positioning and that's it? Not quite. In React Native, you actually got two main layout systems, Flexbot and Expo. Hi Flex. Isn't that what I just told you though? You're right. What you said, other than Flex, isn't it just absolutely especially on target? Nuance is, yes, React Native really only gives you two layout systems, Flexbox, default most screens in use, absolute positioning for overlays, modals, pinned elements, but they behave differently. So it's not just Flex absolute or equals. Flex is the main engine for layout. Absolute is more of a special override. If you don't use Flex, then yeah, your only other tool is absolute positioning. Okay, fine. Alright. Means don't grow to fill space. The child takes up as much space as its content or fixed. Okay. The child only takes is Flex here still need the parent to have Flexbox in the style sheet set though in for the child to be under it. Good catch. It's one of those hidden rules that trips up in React Native. Flexbox only works if the parent is a Flex container. If the parent has display Flex, which is default in React Native for all of you. Then the children, you can use flex size themselves. Unlike the web, you don't usually write flex, display flex. It already is on there. Okay. Is there a way to turn it off though? Yep. You can turn off flex behavior in React Native, but let's be precise what that means. In React Native, every view is a display flex by default. That means children are laid out using flexbox rules automatically. If you never type display flex, how to turn it off? On the web, you could write display block, but in reactive, there's no display block. The only supported display values are flex, hides the view completely, like display none on the web. So you cannot switch back to block layout. You either accept flex, hide the element entirely, none. Okay. Make a small app, no JSX, no arrow functions, pure React Native, no flex. Okay, got it. All right, view, style. Okay, let's try to check this guy out real quick. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna make a new app. 14 flex versus none. All right, let's try to check this guy out real quick. All right. Hello, React Native. Okay, so this is the question. How does this work? View, style, background color white. Okay, React create element. Position absolute. Okay, let's ask the ChatGPT what's this all about. What is this all about though? Good question. Let's zoom out what that little... No, like, what is all this? And also, got it. You're asking about the two separate things. The square brackets. What are square brackets in React create element? This has square brackets in React create React element. This has this form type props children. If there's one child, you pass it directly. If there's multiple children, you wrap them in an array. What do you mean you wrap them in an array. Is this something that relies on a JavaScript prerequisite or something? Exactly, spotted it. Wrapping things in this brackets is not React Creative. It comes from plain JavaScript, and React is using that. It means an array. How can you put children in an array like that though? But instant feels a little strange at first. Let's peel it back. JavaScript first, arrays can hold anything. In JavaScript, arrays aren't limited to strings or numbers. They can hold any value, even functions or objects. That's crazy. When you write create React element techno, that's just an array of objects. Create, that's just an array of objects. React elements are just objects. React elements are just objects. How React uses that array: React says if you give a single child, we'll render it. If you give an array of children, we'll render each one in order. Okay, fine. So let's now figure out what this app registry is though. What is app registry? Register component main function. This is a React entry point system. App registry is like, okay, for app registry though, how come you don't use, for app registry though, how come you don't use for app registry though, how come you don't use for app registry though, how come you don't use for app registry, how come there is no not this for when you have flex though? See the confusion. You're mixing two different layers. App registry has nothing to do with flex or layer at all. It's just how React Native knows what component your app root is. Instead of app registry though, can't you just be like default export default and that's it though? Yes, that's exactly what normally you do in typical. Why export default is enough in Expo. When you write, you don't see at registry. That's because Expo React Native has a hidden bootstrap that already calls. And when you do need it, if you eject from Expo or run a bare React Native project, you'll see something like this. And here you must explicitly tell React Native what your root component is, because there is no Expo wrapper doing it for you. So to answer, in Expo project, yes, you can export default and you're done in bare React Native projects. Okay, fine. So in here, technically, we can get rid of this guy. Alright, we got rid of it. We got rid of the app registry. Let's try loading it again. And boom. Alright, we got it. Alright. So interestingly, with all this, we learned that we're putting all these different. We put this guy started here as a children, all the children in array. This is because before we started learning, as you see, if we go over here in our old projects, we have a project that shows us our signature. Five, yeah. This is our signature for our React create elements. We have signature. We have correct the signature for the React.create element. We got top, type, props, and then we got children. Children. Children, and in that project over here, our children, they're in an array. Where is this guy? Yeah. So children are in an array. React create element, text, React.create element, text, and this is the same way. We first, for our signature, we set the we set at first a type, which is mainly the component. Then we got our properties, and then we got the children. So for this one, it was just that the children have multiple ones here, so that's why it's in an array. So here we got hello create React Native over here, which is this guy. It's a position absolute top. We could actually, I don't think we can do justify content for this one though. Justify content center. I don't think we can do this. Yeah, we cannot do this. It's not a flex. Let's see. So see flex here. Where's our center? Okay, yeah. Justify content. Yeah. Let's try to reload it. Just kind of shake it like this. Reload. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Where is this guy? So we're gonna go and open it. Yeah. Center does not exist. Alright, so doesn't work for this. Probably it's because it's only in flex. Let's go and check real quick. Justify content center. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's not acting normally. Position, flex. Yeah, it's acting weird. Excuse me. All right. Relative. All right. Justify content center. Anyway, if you understand the differences, write it down in the comments. However, let's kind of just try to continue real quick. What is the smallest absolute positioning project you can make? Also, make no JSX, no arrow. Also, all right. How many position options are there then? Don't get okay, relative. Excuse me. Position absolute, right? Okay, what is the difference between flex and relative, by the way? Nice question. Flex and relative feel similar sometimes, but actually two different concepts. Flex is a style property that controls how much space a child takes up inside. A flex container is part of the Flexbox layout system. In pure React Native, though. Got it. Flex example. Okay. Relative. About the difference between relative, flex, and absolute, though. Nice. This is real triangle layout. Okay. Relative. Wait a minute. Okay, absolute. All right, so let's make a new project. New snack. 15 flex relative absolute. All right. Okay, so this is our flex example. Okay. Oh, dang. Alright. This is our flex example. Pretty boss. Colors over here. Really cool. View. Flex. 3. 5. This is the view. Okay, but this is our child elements. So this is 5. 4. Let's do 5, and let's do this one 5. Dang, this is cool. Alright. So we got background color. Pretty cool colors. So we're gonna do, okay. We're gonna do, this one is flex. This is our flex project. Excuse me. Now we're gonna copy, we're gonna make another one. Snack. And so we're gonna call this guy 16. Now we're gonna check out our relative example. Relative example. That's interesting. Look at this. Relative. And now we're gonna check out, okay, so we're gonna copy this guy again. Gonna go to snack again. Relative 17. Okay, let's check this out. Okay. What the heck? Wait a minute. That's not the right code. Okay, now we want to do absolute. Absolute. This is our absolute example. Okay, dang, look at this. Totally on different areas over here. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's crazy. Alright, anyway. This is our do all the differences with the style sheet styles outside the components though. Alright, so we want to get the styles out of the components just for easy kind of Key. That's interesting. So key is interesting. This is key instead of color. Maybe is it like that for it's for flex? That's interesting. Ah. Key, background color. Interesting. Alright, so with God's help, maybe we'll learn about that after. It's kind of interesting how he writes the styles. So is there a way to components outside of the app though? Oh, this is so nice. Main function component, return create element, view. Ah, so nice. The thing is, what? How come he puts this? Okay, let's see. Let's see if you can. Is this called something, by the way? Define components outside of app. Has a couple names. Defining a component. Composition. Instruction. Okay. So this is called, yes, what you're doing is you define components outside of app, has a couple names depending on the context. Any function that returns create React elements via React create element or JSX is a React component. So when you wrote Redbox, you define a functional component. When you build app by combining composition, reusable components. Okay. So what is it? So what would you call it? Like we. Okay, sorry, dog's in the back. Gonna have to go help him out real quick. It is okay. He's just crying for no reason. We're gonna get him real quick. Okay. Hold up. So what do you call this? We like to define the components outside the app and define the app outside of the export default also. Great phrasing. Okay. Yes, what you wrote is exactly correct. It just needs the right words wrapped around. Let's write it. what you said, we like to define components outside of the app and define the app outside of the outside the export default also. Correct way to describe it. Define functional components. Red box, blue box outside of the app. This is called defining functional components or extracting components. If you pull them outside of the app, define the app separately. Not inline, export default. That's just making the app a root component. Export app afterwards using export default app. That's an ES modules default export. Alright, so functional components, root app component. So we got our functional components, then we got our root component, we got default export, and then we got their create style sheet. So yes, it's correct. What you're doing is normal React Native pattern. Is it possible to make this null though? Okay, hold up. Good question. All right, let's see if we could do this. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna say null. Oops. Null. And then we're gonna, let's see what's going on here. Oops. No. All right. So we're going to I'm gonna go back to what this was before, because there's no all the stylings inside the main root, inside the root how did he call it, root component. Okay, so it's inside this root component, and that's not what we want. So we learned today about absolute, flex, and relative a little bit, and about how to design options for our React Native React Native project. All right, other than that, good job, everybody's following along. We gotta go help the dog real quick. He's just kind of sad for no reason at the moment, so we gotta give him company, but he's okay. He just needs a little help, so we're gonna help him out. He has food. Doesn't make sense why he's crying. He's right here, right next to us. All right. Anyway, Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next couple videos. Good job for everybody's been following along and been helping the videos, helping out, and viewing out the videos. Other than that, we'll see you guys soon, with the help of heaven. And yeah, we'll be back to you guys in the next couple of videos with the heaven's help. Alright, we'll see you guys. Peace.